This is your captain speaking. At this time, I'm going to ask that you fasten your seatbelts.
Greetings, dear viewers. It's Basil, your guide through these digital acres. Today, we embark on a how-to series into the world of Courseplay for Farming Simulator 22. Courseplay is a tool that transforms farming from mere labor into a ballet of machinery. It is about efficiency, strategy, and the pure joy of being able to sit back and watch as your farm operates as a cohesive unit. This is just the beginning, with more insightful videos to come, so be sure to flick that ding-dong and click subscribe so you don't miss the next videos in this series. We'll delve deeper into each feature, ensuring you master this mod to its fullest potential. Today, we'll craft a basic course, and by the end, you'll be navigating Courseplay with finesse. Courseplay, for those uninitiated, is a modification for Farming Simulator 22 for PC and Mac enthusiasts, allowing them to automate numerous tasks in-game. Unfortunately, it is not available for console, as the scripting involved is quite intricate. For those curious souls, we're exploring version 7.3.0, available on the Mod Hub or another trusted website. Courseplay is not just about driving from point A to B as you would in AutoDrive, which the two work well hand in hand. It's a symphony of farming activities that go beyond the regular hired in-game AI, from harvesting to seeding, ploughing, cultivating, and even intricate vine work, which we won't be getting into today. It is important to note, dear viewers, that while Courseplay and all of its wonders are a game changer when it comes to optimizing your farm, it doesn't go without its hiccups. A little oopsie-daisy here, a little, why the heck would you go that way? So be patient with your workers. Do ensure the settings we will go through are set up properly, and just try again. This modification really is a huge time saver, so resetting a course or resetting a worker every so often, is it really that big of a deal? For those itching to get started, there's a few things that need to be done, but don't worry, it's straightforward. In order to use the mod, we must download the mod. You can go to the Mod Hub. Always one step ahead, aren't you? Bet you didn't know you can even download it in-game. But of course, here you see we go to Google and search for FS22 Mod Hub. Search Courseplay. There it is. Now click on it and hit download. You will want to make sure that your game is not currently running, so please do install any mods before opening your game. Once the download is complete, open your download folder to pull up the Courseplay zip file. Don't worry, you don't need to unzip the file. Now open a new file explorer and open up the folder where your Farming Simulator folder is. Or you can search it in your taskbar. For us, however, we go to Documents, then to My Games, finally into Farming Simulator. You will see many files, don't worry about them. Just find the folder that says Mods. You have a choice here. You can drag and drop into mods, or you can open the mod file and drag and drop. They both do the same thing. I think it might be time for you to go through your mods folder. This is pretty much how you install any mod for Farming Simulator 22 on PC. Just be sure that you either go to the Mod Hub or to a trusted site. Yes, we will have the link to the Mod Hub below, making this easy peasy for all of you. You will see here that we're at the Start menu for Farming Simulator 22. Click on the Downloadable Content tab. Go to your search by clicking with your mouse or hitting the spacebar on your keyboard. Search for Courseplay. And Bob's your aunt, there's Courseplay. Give it the quick old double click and you will see at the bottom of the screen, it will say Install. We have the mod already, which is why it says Uninstall. Once you have hit install, you can pop over to the download menu. That would be the downward arrow there on the left side of the screen. Whatever you are downloading, be it Courseplay or another mod, whether it be an update, a map, or a piece of equipment, it will show up in this menu with a percentage and progress bar. To clear the download tab, simply click away from it and return. Any downloaded mods will then be cleared. Well, they are just over here. Click on that checkmark icon. This is your installed tab. You will see that ridiculous list of mods in that folder earlier come to life with pictures and colors in this tab. So there you have it. Easy or no? If you have questions, please do not hesitate to comment below or reach out. We would love to help you on your journey. Refocus, Basil. Before we begin a new game, it is important to note that before entering your saved game, or starting a new one, you will see this screen. This screen has icons of all your mods installed. The checkmark indicates it is being used in this game you are about to start. We tend to always leave everything checked. You never know when you may want to use a certain mod. Something we always do before starting a game, however, is to hit deselect all and then reselect all. This will ensure all of your mods are selected. Have a quick gander through the list to be sure. Hit start and continue on to your game. Before we embark, let's familiarize ourselves with the settings. Once you're in your vehicle or in game, hit escape to get to your game menu. On the left-hand side, look for the CP icons and the steering wheel above it. These are the COURSEPLAY tabs. That's your gateway to unlocking the potential. The icon with the lines and waypoints is your Course Manager tab, where you can save and load courses in folders. As you can see, I have 2 grassfield folders and a grass cut with swath drop course saved. We will get into this in another video. The Gear Cogs tab. The Gears tab here are your COURSEPLAY Global Settings tab for the basics. We do have Expert Mode activated, and you will see it opens up a lot of other features. We will touch base briefly on these today. CP driver wages. How much of the normal driver wage your workers are paid? Pay them more or less, up to you. As far as we know, we have seen no effect on their performance, but we do pay our employees well. Heck, I've been around now for the filming of 5 episodes at the time of recording of this COURSEPLAY how-to series. I don't mind the pay at all. Anyways, next, the hired AI will auto-repair the vehicle if it's under a certain threshold. Here we have less than 70%. Vehicle will be repaired while driving, but it will cost you money. Fuel threshold, the driver will be released, meaning the vehicle will stop if fuel is less than a given percentage. Broken threshold, the same deal. 100% means this is off, so it won't come into effect. Stop the harvester in the rain. Activate this. You're penalized if you harvest in the rain. The worker will stop when rain starts, so you don't have to scramble. Helper fruit destruction, meaning do your workers cause crop destruction? Select for specific helpers or turn off completely. Here you see Expert Mode, with the additional settings being added. First, the No Expert Mode. You have gamepad friendly, so if you are using steering wheel, controllers, joysticks, make sure you enable this. Showing courses on the mini-map, which is the small map in the corner of your actual game screen. Action event. Help and show info text windows means that certain areas around the map will provide prompts on screen for your FYI in-game. Prefer custom fields is important, especially in maps like No Man's Land, where you have to make your own fields. COURSEPLAY works on both the in-game fields and custom-made fields of many shapes and sizes. Finally, distance unit, feet or meters, up to you. Now activate Expert Mode. Many of these features you don't need to mess with. For example, Player Mouse event lets you use your mouse on in-game text displays. And finally, Pathfinder settings. Pathfinder is the script being used by the AI in-game to help it navigate around the map and to help avoid obstacles, etc. Angle difference at goal and delta angle relax factor are meant for odd-shaped fields and for allowing faster attempts at different pathways. These are the margins of error for your AI to navigate through. I would suggest not messing around with these too much if you are just starting out. Next up on the CP tabs is the icon with the tractor and those gears. Again, note the CP in the corner of the icon. The tractor with the gear cogs are your vehicle settings. It's important to understand that these settings are specific to each vehicle. Make sure to set them up before sending the worker off on their job. Remember, this is specific to each vehicle. COURSEPLAY will automatically factor in which vehicle is being used, its size, and the implement it is pulling. This gives the work width of the vehicle, allowing COURSEPLAY to know how to map out the field. It is very impressive, I must say. The top two settings can also be adjusted in-game. We will show you that in a second. Fuel Save tells your AI to turn off the tractor while it is waiting. This is great if you are playing on hard economy with high fuel usage. Only turning on fields is somewhat self-explanatory. Your AI will turn on fields when possible, however, not all tools, especially size and shape, allow for this. Driving in fruit is just like we discussed earlier. It determines whether crop destruction is on or off. Pathfinding options activate these. It allows the AI to navigate new paths if they encounter an obstacle, such as a bale in a field. The AI can then back up and generate a new route around the obstacle. It will do its best to find the best path to do its job. Fold tools at course end means the AI will fold the implement, whether it be a cultivator, plough, seeder, windrower, or sprayer. Return to starting point determines if the AI worker comes back to the starting marker of the course it just completed. This is helpful if you have a specific entry and exit to a field, and the end marker for the course is nowhere near your starting point. It will automatically come back to the start and give you a text notification on your screen that it has completed its task. Raise tools indicates if the AI should raise the tool early or late at the beginning of a turn in the course. Lower tools indicates if the AI should lower the tool early or late at the end of a turn. The speeds: fieldwork, field, turn, reverse, and silo. These speeds determine the top speed the AI is traveling while doing fieldwork, traveling on a field with a raised tool, how fast they execute a turn, how quickly they reverse, and if you have a hired AI doing silo work, their top speed at which they work. Again, vehicle specific. You can't make a tractor or vehicle with a top speed of 15 in fieldwork suddenly work at 70 because that is the value you entered. It will only go to the top speed at which the vehicle or implement allows. I know here at Digitalacredesigns, we don't necessarily abide by all the realism that Farming Simulator 22 has to offer, so some numbers you see may or may not reflect what you can do in your own personal game. Just a little FYI to put in your back pocket. The best way to learn something new is to test, make adjustments, and see how it changes your gameplay. Trial and error is okay here, my friends. That is why we have saved files. Finally, the steering wheel tab. This is not specific to CP, but it is the tab that allows you select the style of work a hired worker will do. The fast-tracked 8330 is selected, and now I am going to hit Create Job at the bottom of the screen. And I can now select the type of work I want it to do. Find CP Fieldwork, CP because we are using COURSEPLAY. You can now see that we now have our field also selected with a white border. If your tractor is not on the field enough for the field to be auto-selected, you can click on Field Position and Target Position to have the field highlighted. Ensure that you are starting at the first waypoint. Again, this is a very brief overview for our introduction. Stick with us to learn more. Now the moment we've all been waiting for, setting up our course. To open the Course Creator window, you can simply click Open Course Generator at the bottom of the screen. You can exit back out to your game, click your mouse, and the CP window will pop up. Simply click on No Course, because there is no course currently selected. And welcome back to the course generator. Our work width, as mentioned before, was automatically selected by COURSEPLAY. If you know the number is incorrect, you can adjust it or you can go back to your game, bring up the COURSEPLAY window again with a mouse click and simply click on work width. That should reset the work width. Now go back to your course generator screen. Do you recall how to do that? Pause the video now and see if you can do it, or go back and watch. Not a worry, we have all day for you. We are here to help. If you are using multiple tools on a field, for example, if you are cutting grass, windrowing, then baling, you can have all 3 workers on the same course, working as a team. You can have up to a max of 5 vehicles. We will get into this in a later video. It is a sight to see when you have 4 combines rolling down a field, I assure you. How many headlands would you like your worker to complete? 0 headlands up to 40, up to you. Just remember, the more intricate the field, the longer it will take for the AI to generate the course, and could increase the workload on your computer. Slow and steady at first, get comfortable with it. Next, we have the headland corners option. Headland corners determines essentially how lazy or attentive to detail your worker is while completing the headland. If you have a square field, run sharp headlands to maximize what your worker collects, cuts, sprays or spreads. Round and smooth do allow the AI to miss parts of the field in the corners, but if you have a nice flowly field, smooth and round options might work quite nicely. Headland direction. Which way does your AI worker go, clockwise or counterclockwise? Oh, decisions. Headland overlap. How much of the tool overlaps on the previous path? Keeps things nice and tidy. But be sure to toy around with the numbers here. Each tool acts a little differently. Center. What happens in the center of the field inside the allotted boundaries of the headlands? The field center is the path style to which the worker follows. Up-down means vertical or horizontal rows, as you normally would. Spurler would mean the worker continues a loop and then picks up the tool and starts back at the beginning of the loop to do another lap. So on and so forth. Lands will divide the field up into sections. Really helpful for harvesting, allows the auger of the combine to be on the appropriate side for unloading into a field bin. Rows to skip and rows per land indicate if the worker will skip a row in their up and down path, for example. And rows per land indicate the number of up and down rows per divided section in the field. This is much better on larger fields in big flat maps. You'll see this feature shine. Up and down row. Angle simply indicates the degree to which the direction of the up and down rows are traveling. 0 degrees is always north in this game. 90 degrees would be east, 180 would be south, 270 would be west. Just like a compass. Island bypass mode indicates how a worker goes around an island or object in the field, like trees or a rock feature. We try to avoid having islands. Put simply, it prevents rage quitting. Finally, field margin. This increases or decreases the field size, giving you a positive or negative inset or outset. I would suggest avoiding dabbling with this unless you are really keen. Remember, COURSEPLAY is adept at navigating all terrains and obstacles. It's smarter than it looks. Just be sure to have patience when learning to master this modification. Once you are happy with your course settings, the next step is to generate your fieldwork course. Do this by clicking the Generate Fieldwork Course button at the bottom of the screen. Let your computer do its thing and bingo bango bongo. You've got your first course set up. This blue line you see here is the pathway the worker is going to follow. Let's jump back into the game, shall we? And you can now see that blue line indicating the pathway. There are some neat features here in the game. Let's click on this eye icon. You will see it turn green, and now you can see the full course. A dark eye will show no course, which helps with immersion. Yellow will show the start and end marks of the course. Finally, back to blue, which will show only the first 50 or so points of what is to come for the worker. Again, your work width should be set automatically, but if you need to reset it, click on work width, and then go back and regenerate the course you just did by hitting the circle icon with the slash through it. This cancels your course. All that remains is to hit the play icon and away we go. You can see here that COURSEPLAY generates a countdown timer for how long it estimates the course will take to complete. This is good if you are multitasking and need some time to complete something else. Take this time with a grain of salt, though. Remember those hiccups? Yes, they happen. Now that your worker is on their way, you can tab out and go do another task or exit the vehicle and zoom around or start up another work in COURSEPLAY elsewhere. The worker will continue to do their thing. As you see here, they are now on their second headland. Oh no, what's this? The tractor needs to be filled with lime. While we are using easy dev controls for this how-to series, you would have to drive off and go fill your lime spreader back up and return back to the field. Come back to the spot where the worker stopped. The course is still currently saved, although it is still a temporary course. But that is okay for now. Everything is still saved, but what we suggest is that you back up a little bit from where it ended. The tractor's momentum from when it stopped its task will cause it to roll forward. You see, we are set up with the first waypoint here in the COURSEPLAY window. Click on first waypoint, and it will change to last waypoint. Click once more to get to where we want to be, nearest waypoint. These dots are your waypoints. The nearest waypoint to this tractor is right above it. That is where it will start on this course. That is really important. If you select last waypoint, this will make the worker go to the last known waypoint that it remembers completing. Perfect if you are coming back into a game save and you need to get your workers up and running again quickly. However, if we are mistaken, we would love to hear your comments down below and we will correct this mistake immediately. Back to it. Be sure the nearest waypoint is selected and click the play button for your worker to begin again. You will see we are also using the precision farming mod, which is why this tractor is putting down the appropriate amount of lime. This will raise our pH levels for optimal grass growth, as we are using 3 fields for silage on this map. Once again, you see the path finding, trying to locate the last corner and finish the final row. As we arrive at the end, what will it do? I cannot remember if we changed the vehicle settings. I guess we shall see. Oh, it looks as though it will return to the starting point. Wonderful. Now, COURSEPLAY isn't perfect, but it saves you a lot of time and energy when you are in full swing in your world, allowing you to free up your time to tend to other tasks and adventures. The worker has indicated it has completed, so we can take over. Let's take this dirty old thing back to the shed. And so, with that, dear viewers, our introduction to COURSEPLAY comes to an end. But we've only scratched the surface of COURSEPLAY. Our journey into the depths of Farming Simulator 22 continues. We covered quite a bit here, COURSEPLAY being installed, all the settings, and setting up your first course. Pretty amazing if you ask me, and hopefully you had some fun and laughs along the way. As we browse over these fields, unsurprisingly, each of them was created with COURSEPLAY. It truly is a wonderful tool. If you have enjoyed today's video, please do all the YouTubey things, that is, subscribe, like, and flick that ding-dong. The bell. Sorry, bad habit I picked up in our building series. Until next time, good luck on your COURSEPLAY adventures. Stay tuned for the next episode where we focus in on using COURSEPLAY to convoy, baling, windrowing, tedding and much more. Another beautiful sunset in the vast expanses of no man's land. Farewell for now, friends. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep building.
On behalf of the flight crew, thank you for flying with us and